Any questions so far on recommendation letters? Anything so far that we can answer? If not, we'll go into the next section, which is paying for college. I'll just gulp my coffee. I'll wait for a chat if there's a question coming. All right. Okay. So paying for college. This is a section I'll tell you I am not as well prepared for today, and I feel bad about that. I'm sorry, but I will follow up this session with another blog. I have found a trove of good content. Shreya just kept me too busy yesterday and today with some of her work, so I could not pay as much attention to this. But I think you'll get far more than what you thought you were going to get. But I thought I'm going to make it a kill it today kind of thing with this session. This is a session this is a section which I'm very passionate about because I'm paying list price for a school right now for private school, 300K. I don't want anybody paying that kind of money for a school. Okay, be it Stanford. I don't want somebody paying even that much money for Stanford. Not worth it, in my humble opinion. We'll talk about financial aid. Okay, there are 4 types of financial aids. Work study, which is when you work on campus, which barely pays you anything. Federal loans, which the federal government has, which are much lower in interest rates than private loans. There are some private loans too. There are grants, which the university will give to you, so they actually give you a concession. Okay, saying, you know what, you don't have to pay this back. This is literally like for the financially needy. They give you grants. And then there are scholarships, which are merit-based. Out of these 4 types, the one you want to go for are these merit scholarships. And I say that because most people that I know of make more than $150,000. And typically, and again, I'm not the CPA, and I've got a lady I'll send you guys details about, who I talk to get these details. But if you're making anything more than 150K as a full for the entire household, doesn't matter where you live in California or San Francisco or how much is your mortgage, it's rare to get a financial aid. But you could still get merit scholarships. Okay, so you want to go to school where you can get merit scholarships. You want to stay away from these. Okay, you want to be here. You want to be in this part of the umbrella: scholarships, grants, tuition discounts. This stuff, if you can get it, it's not earth-shattering, but this is all need-based. Very hard to get this one, particularly for us in California. This is the typical cost, and add this on 25% is what I say over here, which is commuter colleges, San Jose State kind of thing, colleges will cost you about 24, 25K, maybe even less. Public 4-year in-state, public 4-year out-of-state will be about 42,000, but that's public schools. So, but UCs are about 140K for in-state for us. So this is obviously out of state, more like 170K. Private, 4 years on campus, more than this. There's tuition, there's onboarding, room onboarding, everything together. This number is more like $70,000. In our case at Wellesley, it's more like $72,000, $73,000 right now. Okay, so and the top private schools don't give you nothing. So that is your cost structure going to be. If you're sending your kid to a UC, plan for about 140,000. You might get some scholarships and give you some little bit here and there, but plan for 140,000. If you're sending him to a top of the line private school, plan for straight 300K. Okay, 280 for the tuition, about 20K rest. I wanted to put this somewhere. I couldn't find a place for it, which is project management skills. Make sure like your Excel spreadsheet, which says which school, when are you applying, what is the supplemental essay, what is the cost, what type of essay is it a common app or is it the other one, like UC as UC Apply. Getting all that together is a huge help. Okay, my counselor, as much as I loved her, she gave me this kind of a garbage, Excel spreadsheet. It's nothing which I can triangulate around, nothing which I can do stuff around. So I created my own spreadsheet. These are the schools you want to stay away from. Okay? And I mean it. This lady is amazing, Barbara Austin. So barbaraAustin.com. This lady is, I'm going to actually steal a lot of her content in the next blog that I put together or something I write. But man, she is amazing. She's done a lot of research. But look at the names of these colleges. If any of these colleges is one of the places you're applying to, there is no merit scholarship here. Okay, so expect to pay a lot of money in these schools. Okay, Like we went to Wellesley. Wellesley, we paid a lot of money to go to Wellesley. Okay, was list price, way too much. These are some good schools I found for merit scholarships in California. Pepperdine is a great school. Not too many people think about it as much, but 300 scholarships they provide. University of Pacific, I know some of you are applying to University of Pacific. It's a good school, 350 scholarships. USC has a lot of scholarships. These are schools with good merit scholarships. Okay? These are the ones you want to stay with. They're important. Western colleges. So one is only California colleges. Chapman is a very good school, great liberal arts school. Think of the number of scholarships they provide to you over here. Which is the other one? CSA, some of the CSUs are providing. San Jose State has some good scholarships. I was like, wow, this is great. I found this one. Baylor is a great school in Texas. Unlimited scholarships. I know kids who go to Baylor. Right? They get good amount of scholarships there. UWash, Seattle. This is a great school. And they give you scholarship. It's already a cheap school to go to and give you scholarship. University of Puget Sound, awesome school. I've actually been to this school. University of Colorado in Boulder is an awesome school. I've been to these schools and visited them with Shreya. Really nice place, and they're giving me good merit scholarships. Yeah, this is where I'm going to apply. Willamette, we got a $100,000 scholarship here at Willamette. Where else do we have? We got Puget Sound, we got $100,000 scholarship. So that's like, think of it, these schools, their list price is about $240K. You get $100,000 off of that thing, it's $140K. It's actually better than a UC education because classroom sizes are much smaller, have very good CS departments. And you're not in a classroom of 300 kids. There are like 20 kids in these classrooms. So think about these schools. This is the concept of expected family contributions. This chart is fairly current, but this is how they determine how much you can pay to the school, which is the calculator. So for example, if you make $150,000 and have $100,000 in saving, you can see the matrix over here, your contribution is expected to be $33,000. So if the school, the entire cost per year is only $33,000, then you're not going to get anything. For example, if you have income is $250,000 and you have about savings of $100,000, you're done. Okay? You're done. You're not going to get anything. No scholarships. So think of it like right over here. At this point, it pretty much stops. $150,000 and say $100,000, right? If you're earning say 175K and your assets are showing this much, I mean, take a case of no assets, right? I mean, if your salary is 200K, and this is really, that's all they're going to pay, right? They're saying you can pay 44,000 from your own pocket. So it should be fairly simple for you to understand. Again, talk to a CPA. Paula is the lady I talk to most of the time, but get your numbers straight from these things. This is fairly verbatim, clean, tells you. Guaranteed scholarships. I found it's another unique thing, which is you can actually get a guaranteed scholarship in some schools based on your SAT, ACT scores. And this website, I actually put the link and I'll send you guys the link over here. So this thing is, you could actually, if you came top 10% of your school, and if your SAT score is a certain amount, you can get a certain amount of money for scholarships. These are just, and I actually have a list over here. This one, I'll send you the list of the schools. But 10 schools with the most generous financial aid. So if you are making less money and you want to go to a good financial aid school, not merit scholarship, but financial aid. And of course, if they have very good generous financial aid, they will even have a very good merit scholarship most of the time. Okay, like Rice University in Texas, great school, right? They give you a good amount of money. A lot of them, look at, they're actually giving a merit grant as well. There's the ranking, there's the estimated family contribution. They give you merits. How many students get merit? So for example, look at this. University of Chicago, 17% of the kids get merit scholarships. These are good schools. Look at Rice University, 15% of kids will get merit scholarships. These are schools you want to apply to. University of Richmond, 16%. Harvey Mudd. This is a school where a lot of the nerds go to. One of the guys listening on this call is, one of the kids, I will be telling him to go and talk to these guys. 20%, that's awesome. Harvey Mudd can only take about 300 or 400 kids. Super amazing engineering and CS school. And it's based in Pomona in LA, Southern California. Scholarships. This is an important one, right? You make time for scholarships. These scholarships, again, I need to do some more research about it, how many people really get them. But there are websites like FastWeb. I'll actually show you these websites, FastWeb, FindIt. When you subscribe to these websites, you actually realize there's so many companies available who can provide you scholarships. You just don't know how to write so many essays. That's why it's important to become a master writing essays early. And even right now, as you're writing essays, use these as your starting points, right? When you've got your essay basically created, okay? Just start writing these and use this as a test play for your, your final Common App essay. Send in a few of these scholarship applications right away. Because I tell you, starting January, February, you're going to start rotting. You're going to be so tired by that time. So we burnt out. By December, we were burnt out. Shreya wouldn't write a single essay after that. So you don't want to be in that situation, okay? Getting an editor to, like I said, copy editor, consider somebody who knows you. Even small amounts, these things add up. And if you get smaller, one thing you realize is a lot of people will try to apply to scholarships which are like for $10,000, $12,000. Why not apply to scholarships which are only giving you $2,000, $3,000? Most people don't even apply for those because they're like, oh, if I get the large one, I don't need to worry about the smaller ones. You can think different way, right? You can apply to smaller ones and actually try to get in there. Types of scholarships, I'll send you guys these links. That's it. I really had that. So free workshops that I talked about, happy to talk to each of you, one-on-one for going over some of these things. Anything you want to talk about options, surviving high school. But yeah, that's all I have for the seniors. Any questions that I can answer for anybody?